Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. We are currently trying to fight Ram. I was going to go back and redo all of this and try and bypass it, but then I decided why not give it a go again, because I kind of want to beat this guy and I'm just going to keep bashing my head against it until I inevitably win. I mean, that's just how it works, right? It has been noted that he's one of the harder ones in the game. And I'm probably not going to talk much, so I've got to keep paying attention to what's going on. Here he comes. Now, if I had an electric weapon, this would be so much easier, but naturally, I do not. Oh dear, he stood straight back up again. That's not good. Now, the only problem I have is when the drones arrive. When the drones arrive, well, I don't really know how to deal with them. Because they are going to kill. This is not doing hardly any damage. I think this thing does more damage. Now that's going to summon some drones, I think. Yes. Well, that's Mayoka almost dead. And Parvati definitely dead. Can get them back up by healing. But I think they're going to go almost straight back down again. Unless they're going to try and deal with the drones. Which is distinctly possible. Because they seem to be doing quite well. I think I'm drawing all of the fire. This is the plan. Oh no, I could bet the big one. The problem is, uh-oh, drones every direction. Oh dear. Okay, so that didn't work. Let's try again. Now, apparently you can break into the door that's next to me right here if I had 100% or 100 lockpicking or whatever that symbol means. I think it is lockpicking. I don't have 100 lockpicking, so I can't do that. I am going to try and get behind him the best I can. I was tempted to try and tell my companions to kill the drones instead of this guy, but I don't think that'll work very well. Oh, here they come. See, because these things, they take far too much damage to kill them. They're just ammo sinks. Kill it with fire. Oh, I think all of the drones are up now. Oh, that's a lot of drones. This is not gonna work. Valley save me, Valley save me, Valley save me. Oh. Heal me! Oh. I think Pavati's dead. Oh, we're dead. Okay. Right, plan B then. Let's try and take on the drones. Possibly survive. Maybe. The plan I have is to kind of open this door, tell my compadres to go over there, and see if I can keep Ram, because he's very slow. He's not the problem, the drones are. So if I can pull the drones out one spawn at a time, maybe I can get that to work. Just take this fight nice and slow. It's not really my strong point. I've kind of got used to just walking into rooms and blitzing everyone. I think while they're electrified, I can't knock him over. See, now, any minute now, these doors are going to start opening. Hi. Alright. How about now? Okay, there we go. One of the doors is opened, possibly two. Take out the drones. Uh-oh. I am not watching my health bar. Plan has failed. Due to incompetence. Let's try again. I'm nothing if not very good at repeating myself. Let's try that strategy again. I think that worked really well.
Look out!
I obviously did too much damage to him and managed to get two to spawn at the same time. Or they always spawn two at a time. I have no idea. So what I'll do is a little bit of damage. See what happens. I wonder if my other gun does more damage. I don't think it does. It's like it corrode his armor, I guess? Oh. I've done something. Any drones? Any drones? No. Oh, this thing is not very accurate. Any drones? No. Uh-oh, incoming. I actually hit the critical spot. This thing does quite a lot of damage. Okay, the drones are here. Whoops, wrong button. Ah! So many drones. Over there, guys. Hey, you! Oi! Big guy! Oh! Any more doors opened? Ioka's not looking too great. This is the most thought I've had to put into any fight in this entire game. It blows my mind. Uh-oh. Wait, it's a shame I can't heal them. Or does me healing heal them? Because if I've only just worked that out... Oh god, I think it does. No. When's the next door going to open? It's got to be soon, right? Oh, that sounds like... No? Yeah, this is the most inefficient gun to do this with, I'm fully aware. Beep. Uh-oh. Combat drones. Lots of combat drones. Run, run, run. Run, rabbit, run, run. Shoot that one. Oi. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this has not gone to plan. Oh, this has definitely not gone to plan. Everybody's dead. Uh-oh. Oh, there's still lots of drones left. Great. Of course there is. Okay, one more drone left maybe? Is there more doors? There's more doors. Oh god. Where's Ram? There he's over. Okay. Okay. There is still more doors. So I'm kind of worried that more are going to spawn. Avati and Ioka are both dead. Not great. Pretty sure there isn't a way I can get them up. Nope. Let it go. How much health has Ram got? Quite a lot, to tell you the truth. I am not a stand and fight kind of character. I like to talk my way out of situations. Ah! Right, okay, I've got a new plan. Where's he gone? He's never where I expect him to be. Uh-oh. Oh. I'm just waiting for these doors to open and my life to be ruined. Not quite yet. Oh. This is very stressful. I just want you people to know this. Very stressful indeed. How about now? No. There's gonna be like 6 drones. I honestly don't think I can take down 6 drones. I'm being really sheepish about the amount of damage I do just because I don't want to... And again, I could just... Nah, that's a really bad idea. There, is that enough? Nope. I was thinking maybe I could blitzkrieg him and do like all of the damage all at once, but I don't think that's going to work. Oh dear. Don't think I have the damage output. They here yet? Okay, now they're here. Oh dear. 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 Right. Maybe I'll be able to... Nope. I was going to say, maybe I'll be able to kite them. Damage over time. Oh god, they're cutting me off. Ah! Eep! Eep! Oh, which one's round? Oh god. I had no bullets. Oh dear. This is not going to plan at all. Why are you damaged? I didn't damage you. Are they shooting each other? Is that a thing? Oh well, one less to worry about, I suppose. Oh my god, my health. Ah! Oh Christ. Stress! Stressful. Stress, 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 stress. Ah! I really hope I kill him and then they all die. Because if they don't, then I'm in a lot of trouble, aren't I? Of course, I could just kite them all around and try and kill them all one by one. This has to be up there as one of my best ever episodes. I've literally been running around in circles for about 10 minutes. Just chugging meds like nothing else. Yeep. Oh god. I'd really like it if you died. Oh dear. Oh! Oh my god! I did it! Oh, sweet Jesus. And there's the hibernation chamber key. We did. I'm gonna leave the damn game. Oh, that was deeply, deeply, deeply unpleasant. Now we can continue with the story. Wonderful. Oh, this doesn't look very polished. Oh, no, I take that back. This place looks lovely.
Why won't
Oh!
die?
Bloody hell. Oh. Oh. Oh dear, I thought that was going to be a legit... Oh. She did. She did. I thought she was going to put up more of a fight than that. Hello, Mr. Wells. Let me just get you out of here. Put the key in.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved, and long overdue. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough.
Are you kidding? The board never stood a chance against me.
Ah, all in a day's work for you, huh? You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
I don't like the sound of that at all.
Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
So we've got to make do on our own. Seems to me that'll make us stronger in the end anyhow.
You're quite right. We've got no choice but to make do on our own.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only home we have left. Returning to Earth is no longer an option. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
We have a lot of work ahead of us. We best get started.
Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us?
I mean, I'm more of a hired gun than a leader kind of person, but... You can count on me. I'll help you revive the other colonists.
When I revived you, I thought you were going to help me save this colony. I was wrong. I had our roles reversed, you see. You're the one who's going to save us all. I'm just the one who set you on your path. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony, you have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free. Our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
Not if we all starve.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Bolstered by her status as savior of humanity, Lilia Hagen ushered sublight salvage to a new golden age. Her company grew bolder and more transparent over time, muddying the line between lawful and criminal for the entire colony. The Sublight family would thrive for years to come. Adelaide McDevitt replaced Reed Thompson as the leader of Edgewater. She and her followers transformed Edgewater in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town, and those who stayed behind adapted to her way of life. Adelaide transformed the old cannery into a new garden. The nearby Edgewater Cemetery provided a convenient source of fertilizer. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the Lifetime Employment Program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Though Parvati eventually grew comfortable aboard the Unreliable, she never quite came out of her shell. She seemed to prefer the company of Ada to the crew, and she could often be found neck-deep in cables and grease, telling Ada funny stories from her childhood. While the colony fell into chaos, she found an island of relative peace with Ada, and they formed an unusual bond. She decided to remain aboard the Unreliable permanently as its chief and sole engineer. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, He threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. Chairman Rockwell served as the public face for the changes in Halcyon to come. Whenever you needed strings pulled or a voice to sell a policy change, Rockwell was only too happy to oblige. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Oh boy, that was a long credit scene. Oh, well, I feel a little bit bad about not finishing Pavati's storyline and things, and some of the other companions, but I think I will go back myself and enjoy this game from a personal perspective, a little bit more completion, but I enjoyed that very much. The ending was a little bit anticlimactic. It kind of just came out of nowhere, but it definitely could have been worse. So if you've made it this far, I'm going to thank you very much, especially if you've watched the entire thing. Not many people will have watched the entire series of The Outer Worlds, and if you did, you are one of my hardcore fans, and I love you to pieces. But, as always, like, subscribe, let me know what you think, your comments are greatly appreciated. And I'll see you next time, in something else.